quite some time, but it's your girl She Real Fox coming at you. And I think the last time that you seen me, I was pregnant, and it was me and my husband, and I was doing his interview, which I was supposed to put a part 2 up. Don't judge my life. You don't know my life. Don't, we'll have to redo all of that. Anyways, speaking of my experience as being a new mommy, it's been hard. Hard as hell. I salute all the mommies around the world. Not that I didn't before, but if I didn't before, I definitely do now. So, yeah, my experience it wasn't good like I thought it would have been. And it's nothing against everyone else's situation, but mine's just didn't turn out like the whole good mommy experience that people speak about. You being so happy and joyful, and everybody's excited. I mean, I was happy. I was happy she was here, she was healthy, but everything else that was involved in it, it was rough for me. I dealt with the whole postpartum thing, and I didn't expect that. I think it was just ignorance. I didn't know. Like, I knew about it, but I didn't know. If you get what I'm saying. My labor was 30 hours. She didn't want to come. She was stubborn as hell. Like me. What can I say? But after a good 8 hours of them giving me the Pitocin, I think that's what it is, they decided that it was time for them to give me a C-section. And I was devastated. It was hard. Because I didn't plan on things going that way at all. I wanted a regular labor. I only got to 6.5 centimeters dilated throughout that whole 8 hours. And, I cried, and I think a lot of my experience goes to everything that came about before it was time for me to have her. My grandmother died about 2 weeks before I had the baby, and I couldn't get back to Albuquerque. I'm nearly 9 months pregnant. They're not going to let me fly, and I sure as hell ain't going to sit in the car for 24 hours to drive from Georgia all the way there. So that was also another factor. And then I had the epidural. I had all those things going on, and they sped it up and did all that, and I still have to get a C-section. So I feel like you can do everything. I took good care of myself. I didn't do anything selfishly, but you can do everything you're supposed to do and still need a C-section. And I don't feel bad about me having to have a C-section because it doesn't make me feel like I'm like less of a mother or labor was taken away from me. It's just that's not the experience that I wanted, I guess. And I didn't even educate myself on possibly having a C-section. I didn't know what could possibly happen. Like I said, it's probably ignorance. And the way that the nurses were, some of them were good, some of them were rude. They kind of treated my husband like he wasn't my husband, or he wasn't the child, or the father of the child. It was just little stuff here and there. I'm all doped up, high as a damn kite, and y'all want to sit there and having me sign all these papers and releases, and you have my husband who can act on my behalf and knows what's going on and is better sound, have a better sound mind than me. I'm like, ooh, yeah, good old medicine. Yeah, oh, you're so beautiful. Okay. I'm in La La Land, and that's what was going on. I was in the hospital for 6 days. They almost was going to try to keep me because they thought I was going to have a respiratory infection. Then the whole breastfeeding thing, I tried. It's not that I didn't like it. I wanted to so bad. Like, I cried because it didn't work out that way. Like, I planned on it. Like, I planned on doing the breastfeeding. I only could get like an ounce between both boobs. The latching wasn't an issue. At first it was, but I got assistance with that, and I still wasn't pumping enough milk. I kept trying to pump, and just too many factors. My husband had to go straight back to work after I had her because he didn't have a lot of leave left. My family wasn't out here to support me and give me the help I need. My husband's family was here, and they helped as much as they could, but they had their own lives to worry about. And me, I'm like home by myself with a baby all day, and not that I don't have lots of childcare experiences. It's different when it's your own. And now I get when parents say, you'll know, it's your child. All of that experience didn't help me with having a freaking child. I love her to death. She's silly, crazy, like you all see, but very interesting. And the whole postpartum depression thing, I was okay at first. I was a little in denial, kept telling myself, maybe most moms feel this way. And then I started It Works, and I felt really, really good and excited about it. And then I just had this backward down spiral. I don't even know where it came from, to be honest with you. And just didn't want to exist, didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to kill myself. I just kind of wanted to disappear in midair, and nothing else really mattered. I didn't want to harm my child or anything. Like, I love her, but I just wanted to run away or walk off of a building, or I just wanted to get away. And I want to pull my hair out, and don't even know how these feelings come about. Well, anyways, I did get some help. I stopped being in denial because I feel like in our culture, our people, yes, I'm saying it, kind of try to pretend like there's nothing wrong with this, or that you can't go see a counselor or a therapist or a psychologist or a psychiatrist because we don't do that. Honey, I needed that. I needed it. Unless you wanted me running around looking like who done shot John and forgot to kill him. Like a bird lady, like crazy lady. I needed to get my sanity back. I didn't know who I was. It's been rough for me and my husband since we've lived in Georgia, but the whole new mommy thing has given me more meaning to my life. I've never wanted to go so hard for someone that I loved. Before you think, yeah, I can never love anybody as more than I love you, my husband or my mom or whatever the case may be. But then you have a child, you just look into her little eyes, or their little eyes, and you just see all the possibilities that they can be and the life that you can give them, and give them a way better life and a way better experiences that you got. And so that's where I'm at now. It's crazy that she's going to be a year in a few weeks. I still don't even feel like a damn mom. I am a kid, okay? I am a damn big kid. For those who know me personally, me and my husband used to run around this house playing tag and all this other stuff. Like, this kid-like. We like cartoons and video games, and I'm a damn kid. I mean, she was planned, decided, girl, you getting up there in age. A woman's body changes. I'm pushing 30 in a few years, so let's go ahead and just have a baby. You're never going to be fully ready for a child, so you might as well get it done and over with if that's what you're going to do. God will get you through. If you guys do believe in a God, God will get you through. And it's easy for me to say that now because He has gotten us through. I'm blessed and highly favored. That way. I'm blessed and I'm highly favored. Yes, indeed. So, in a nutshell, I guess I'll have to keep you tuned in to my little new mommy chronicles, because this is you don't get a handbook in this shit. Excuse my language, but you don't get a handbook for this. Okay? Pray for me. Pray for me, please. Por favor. Please. Ayúdame. I need all the help I can get. And if anybody told you anything different, they were wrong. They're wrong. I hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and God is giving you everything that you need. Mwah. Stay tuned for more of my good stuff, whatever it may be. Just because you love me, even if it's boring, please support me. I'm doing something positive. I'm doing something good. And how can you hate that?